Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be working on another episode of Deconstructing Disney, and this time we are doing our trip in 2017 to Disneyland, the first time that we ever went to Disneyland. So this is a special trip because of that. So what I'm showing you now are all of the adorable printables that I got from Kelly Bangs Creative. I think that's the website. I'll link it below, of course. But there was a super cute printable kit. I think it was about $15, but you got a lot of stuff. So you got a full page of these adorable little like fast passes. They were super cute. A whole page of those along with a couple other larger like ticket ephemera stuff that you could cut out. Also an entire page of hexagons, an entire page of 2x2 squares, a page of labels, and you'll see both the kind of like traditionally just grid label and then also a more rectangular label that all had a little icon in it. And then probably, I don't know, like 4 or 5 sheets of actual pattern paper and die cut sheets that had just additional things that you could cut out about like the parks and stuff. So a ton of stuff. So for this one, I decided to just go ahead and use my photo as the kind of title card, and it's like the Mickey Ferris wheel. I can't remember what that's called. The Wheel of Fun or something. I'm not sure. Someone tell me below. But I loved using the different color little alphas to write out Disneyland. And then, of course, I used my label maker to say March 2017. So for this card, these are also from the Lily Pad collection that I was using for the previous trip, the Pop collection. So I will have that link below as well. But I didn't use any of the 4x6 cards in the previous trip. So I had several 4x6 cards left over, and I thought that these were really cute. I like just the big, bold word. So for this one, for Magic, I kind of used this little Mr. Toad really cute die cut as kind of the dot of the eye, and then I'm adding a couple hexagons, so I cut that off, but I'm using the part that I cut off here at the top. I also added Magic is Real at the bottom with some additional alphas from Citrus Twist, and I did do a little dash border around the word magic, which is kind of hard to see on here, but I just kind of thought that it helped make it pop off camera. So, and then here I'm using a couple of those labels and fast passes, that star paper in the background that is also from the Kelly Bangs collection. So I really like that. And a few other cards that you'll see are mostly from In a Creative Bubble, like the Los Angeles card. I had that from our trip, so I thought that I would use that since it is really close, you know, Los Angeles, Anaheim, California. So but yeah, this trip was super special. Me and Will actually drove across country from Mississippi to California. We've done that twice, but this one was in 2017. So this was our first time doing that. And we stopped several places along the way and did all kinds of different stuff. And I am considering trying to do a little album of that at some point. I do have it documented in a couple albums, which I may show you over time, but I really just documented my Instax wide photos, which was like the main thing that I was taking during this trip. But I don't have like other things documented. So who knows, maybe that will be in a video at some point. But we were able to go to Disneyland for 2 days. So really most of these pictures of this first page are of California Adventure. Actually, I wrote Disneyland there because I just, you know, kind of call it all Disneyland, but it is California Adventure side of the park. So we have me and Will, and then our breakfast and Cars Land, and just some of the fun things that we encountered during the beginning of our trip. One thing that was so different is that Disneyland definitely is, you know, more of a locals park compared to Walt Disney World, which you have so many different types of people there on vacation from all over the place. And we did notice that in the morning. We got there first thing in the morning, and a lot of things weren't even open yet. So we were just kind of leisurely rolling with our day. But yeah, we had a great time. So here I'm just using a few of the printables, the cute little tickets, and I'm kind of adding a cluster of tickets just as a fun, pretty filler card. And that's all I'm going to do for that one. And then I have a couple other photos. So my pictures here are a mix of actual pictures that I took, like this one, and then also the one that has kind of the sun on it from Small World. That picture is actually from like Insta stories. So I had a ton of Insta stories during this trip that I just did screenshots of. So that one, I'm actually saying that a duck is riding Small World. So the whole time that we were on Small World, it's like an indoor and outdoor version of Small World as opposed to Walt Disney World where the whole thing is just inside. So it's really cool. I mean, their Small World is like incredible. But yeah, since it started outside, a duck or something, I think it was a duck, it flew onto the empty cart that was in front of us, the empty boat, and it just literally rode through the whole Small World ride with us, which was so cute. So I had to document that. And then here, the picture I just showed you, this is the Radiator Springs Racers. So it is like the Cars ride, and as you'll know by now, I'm not a big thrill ride person, but I really wanted to ride this one because it's one of like the iconic rides of Disneyland. And I was really glad I did. It was a little like extreme for me, but only right at the end. It has a few kind of drops, but I was able to make it through. So I'm really glad that I did that and was able to say that I did it. And then that's the partner statue, which of course is really special with Walt and Mickey. And then I have a nice picture of Small World at the top. So one of the 2x2 little cards from the Kelly Bangs printables is this really cute, of course, the sun from Small World. So I included that at the top. I just kind of fussy cut it out. And here I'm just trying to kind of make my own little filler card. I'm using a few of these fast passes and I'm just, going to staple them on and adhere them on and kind of make my own little card. So I love the fast passes because at Disney World, we don't have paper fast passes anymore. Everything is just done electronically and stuff. But at Disneyland, we actually received, you would go to a kiosk and stuff and make your fast pass reservations and you would get a piece of paper. Now you had to then turn those in order to get on the ride. So you couldn't keep them, but I took pictures of them and stuff. So a couple of my pictures are of my actual paper fast pass. But if you're a Disney, like freak like me, you're like, oh my gosh, I actually had the paper fast pass, just so cool. So I am sprinkling on a few of these Citrus Twist tiny words. I really love those. And, I had found these purple ones recently. I think I used them in my Project Life video too. So, and then you'll notice I have the actual tickets. You also get paper tickets going in as well, which is really cool. And you get to keep those. So I have my paper tickets there. And I used one of those little flip pockets and just put them right in so you can take them out and I can read them and all of that, but they're protected and I think they look cute, just like there's a pile of tickets there with the filler card that I made as well. So I had a lot of these kind of Insta story pictures and things like that, and I wanted to include a lot of photos, but I didn't want to really do more than 2 full 12 by 12 spreads besides a couple inserts. So I decided here to just use another 6 by 8 little page protector, and I am mostly filling it up with pictures. So these are the churros that we ate. And also Mickey was riding around on a little trolley on Buena Vista Street. So that was really cute. And I got a little Insta story of that. Here was our very healthy breakfast at Disneyland of delicious donuts. And of course, that is the Haunted Mansion ride here. So I used the little hexagon that looks like Haunted Mansion colors and patterns and everything. And then I'm going to use some of my tiny alphas to spell out wow on top of that. And then once again, I have in a Creative Bubble little card at the bottom. I've used a lot of those on the other trips as well, the in a Creative Bubble, but it doesn't bother me to reuse some of the cards, especially the ones like this one that says so much fun and it's just like a journaling card. I mean, I might use something like that several times throughout this album. It doesn't really bother me. And then I'm just going to use the label maker. I used it a couple other times just to kind of add in 2017, just as a reminder, since all of these trips are in one album. I'm just trying to like make it clear which which year this was and everything. And also I just like to include a little bit of that label throughout the other portions of the spread, just so it all is kind of cohesive. And here I just wrote Dole Whip cotton candy because I remembered that that was the flavor that I got. And then I'm just once again writing about some of the fun things that we did here on our day in Disneyland. So this kind of has morphed into the second day. So for this trip, I didn't have like a really distinct like day 1, day 2. So some of these are of California Adventure, which we went to one day, and some are of more of like the Disneyland side. So over here, this is mostly Disneyland. So there's a picture of me in front of Small World, and this was when we actually rode Small World. And then of course I have pictures of the castle and all of that, and then some Insta stories where I was making little boomerangs of me with my I loved cotton candy. I probably can't get that now. I'm not sure if that's vegan or not, but at the time I loved it, so I definitely always took pictures with my cotton candy. And then I loved that some of the printables were of the little teacups, because you'll see one of my 3x4 cards is actually a picture of me in a teacup. I don't ever ride that ride because I get dizzy so easily, but they had just a cute little teacup you could sit in and take a picture in it. So I definitely did that. And then the picture at the bottom, one cool thing that Disneyland has that Disney World doesn't is New Orleans Square. So we got the mint juleps and the beignets and all of that, which was really fun and like iconic of that area, which was fun. So there was a little piece of ephemera that had New Orleans Square, so I definitely wanted to use that. So I'm just going to adhere that here onto this card. So this picture I actually printed off. It was a square photo that I had saved. So I printed it off as a 4x4 and then just filled in the rest of the 4x6 with some of the cute pattern paper. So here I just want to sprinkle on a few more of these tiny word stickers around just to kind of, you know, make it work. And these were pretty easy to work with. Like the big card says dream, and then the tiny word says I think I will, which I liked. And then my favorite one out of the whole layout was there was actually a tiny word phrase that said in my cup today, which obviously is like whatever you have in your cup, your coffee, your tea, but I was able to use it on that actual picture of me in a cup, which I thought was funny. So for this dream card, I just did a little dashed border around it. And I'm going to add a few of these little hearts just to kind of finish this page up. And then I don't do that much else. I know that I'm going to add a little bit of journaling to the bottom. That's where I thought I was really funny. And, you know, add a few finishing details. But yeah, and this trip is done. So this trip was just a quick 2-day trip, you know. So this is all I have for this actual Disneyland trip in 2017. But later in the year, around my birthday again in October, me and my mom went to Disney World. So I do have one other trip from 2017, which will be coming really soon. So yeah, I'm just outlining these cute little phrases just to give it a bit of a pop. And I think that that is probably it. So I think I'm going to show you all of the pages together. So we'll do our up close of this page, and you'll see all of the cute pictures here, and then I will quickly show you everything that we worked on. So yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this little quick and easy spread or several spreads. If you did, please give me a like and please consider subscribing if you haven't, and I will be back at you soon with another video. Thank you so much again, guys. Bye.